this all the way up to this post-fight interview, but if you fight me, your O must go.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day. Daydream, I dream of you amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
Alrighty, Ethyn Ewing, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
What's the past 6 months been like for Ethyn Ewing? How do you describe the last 6 months?
I describe it as a blessing. You know, a lot of things have had to come together for this to all be what it is. The stars have had to align, and along with that, there's been a lot of preparation to it. So it's been everything I've envisioned it to be. You know, I've envisioned myself being in the UFC. I've envisioned myself running through the roster, climbing the ranks, and ultimately getting that gold belt. So it's something that I have seen in my mind. It's something that I believed would happen very soon, and something that has come to fruition. And so I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. I'm excited to be here. And now that I'm here, I plan on working harder than ever, being more focused than ever. You know, I worked before leading all the way up to that first UFC fight. And so now this is my full-time job, and I get to train way more abundantly than I had in the past. And you will only see me get better. You know, that was me working all day, sitting in traffic, an hour there, leaving at 3:30, sitting in 2 hours of traffic, getting here, jamming out of practice, racing over to grappling to get there late, doing my strength and conditioning, my jump rope, and then going and doing my run after, and not getting home till 9, 9:30, 10, 10:30 at night. So it's been a blessing, as I said, and I'm super stoked to be here.
I'm going all the way to the top. The belt is where I'm searching for. There was nothing that is going to stop me from getting to that point. That's the only thing on my mind. I'm not in this for fame, for notoriety, for all the other extra stuff. I'm here because I want to be the best 135-pounder in the entire world when it comes to mixed martial arts. I want to be the deadliest combatant in hand-to-hand combat.
I need to say, encourage them. Be like, man, you're giving me hard rounds. You're doing great. Okay? Encourage them to build them up. That's what we're doing. We're not going to beat them.
This is the spot where I get all my guns at. When I'm not training, I'm coming over here.
Round nose, I have Aguila, Fioki, and Federal.
It's like super light. That's I want something lighter for the AR.
Yeah,
Bring it by.
They're all 95.
You notice how you have to get your face pretty close?
Yeah.
But when you're on it, you get that horseshoe reticle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
That'll work. It's the same. That's what they use on the factory.
You got a little beam.
It's not optic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thing's pretty sick, dude.
Unique optic.
If it's standing within, I can see it, I can hit it.
Yeah. Now that's like before I finally started getting all this new stuff. I was just an iron sight guy, you know. And now I'm starting to put the dots on everything.
Technology has surpassed us old timers.
Yeah.
The stuff out there today is 10 times better than when I started in this business, and it makes everybody a better shooter. I mean, you got to watch him shoot. I mean, he's only been in the business a short time, but he shoots better than most guys that have been doing this for 20 years.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to see you shoot too much, but I was there.
It's not important.
I was there.
It's not that big of a deal.
And then just walk me through just kind of working with Ethyn. How long have you been working with him? What's it been like to kind of work with him and see the results kind of over the bear fruit in real time, let's just say?
Well,
Some of the best moments of his life.
yeah. Well, you know, we do talk about that, you know, but, and in all honesty, when it's all said and done and we're old men, there's probably going to be some of the highlights that we look back on, right? But for the most part, it was one of those things like, you know, he started out his pro career not the best. You know, it was two losses. He doesn't. I know he doesn't like to to rehash that part. But but he was willing to self-evaluate and be honest with himself about where he felt he needed some improvement. And he came and we talked about it, and we decided to make a couple changes as far as weight class and a couple other things. And you know, he came and he said he wanted to come a lot, you know, and train. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then he started showing up every day. And it was during kind of the COVID era or post-COVID, somewhere's around there, to where even my health was kind of not the greatest at the time. And he was showing. I used to joke about it because he'd show up like every day. I'd be like, damn, he's here again, right? Man, he's here again. Right, because I'd be getting done working with a bunch of people, feeling like, oh, I'm gonna get a chance to rest for a minute, and then here come Ethyn walking up the driveway. But I would at the same time tell myself, well, that's what you want from a fighter. That's, you know, and his persistence showing up, and we just started working, and he actually worked for like damn near almost a year, right, before he finally stepped back into the cage. And at that point on, the fruits of his labors were starting to show. He was performing and was excelling in that area that was once a weakness, and it became a strength to him. And it's a testament to his hard work. You know, at the end of the day, you know, what he was willing to put in and to do with it.
Yeah, like Coach said, I came from a place where I really had no skill set in the striking. You know, I thought I did. And the reality was I was nowhere near where I needed to be. So on a skill basis, I owe all my technicality, all my understanding of that game, all the relationship to boxing, to striking, to utilizing my hands in mixed martial arts to Coach, because the work has been done here. We did it in the garage. Like you said, I showed up every day. It was something that was very important to me. There was even a time where I really wasn't even doing much grappling outside of MMA practice, because I come from a grappling background, and this was something that was very important to me. So as far as just fighting, just the technicality, I have everything to give to Coach. I'm very appreciative, and our relationship outside of that is very close. We share a lot of hobbies. You know, we talk a lot about the world and spiritually, and we do more than just boxing here. So this is my place to go. I'm very appreciative of him, and I'm very happy with the work that's been done, the results that are coming, and I'm very excited to see what more comes from our collaboration together.
There you go. Yeah. One, two. Jab. Move. Jab. One, two. Step straight across. Jab. Yeah, 1, 2. Jab. 1, 2. Step diagonal. Jab.
Not getting that more over my career already. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah. 1, 2. Upper.
What is it about putting the hand up and calling out the toughest guys in the division and having the success that you've had that just excites you and gets you, you know, in that zone, in that flow state, if you will?
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I'm constantly growing, and the reason that I have such a attention to detail, I have, you know, such a focus on learning in this game, is because my desire is to run through and destroy every one of these guys. I don't like fighting to decision. I don't like going 15 minutes. I don't get paid by the minute or for fighting 3 rounds. I want to get in there. I want to destroy these guys in dominant fashion, and not just in dominant fashion, but with finesse, with style. You know, to show not just a skill set, but a smartness to this game. That this is not a tough man's game. This is a smart man's game. Hit and don't get hit. You know, do not take any return fire. That is my whole mentality when I get in there. So, you know, I could go in and I could fight the gatekeepers, and I could fight these guys that, you know, are in the UFC but don't really have a name behind them. I could go and do that, and I could put on performances, but then that leaves room for people to ask questions. When I go and I fight these undefeated guys who have never tasted defeat in their professional career, and I either put on a masterclass performance or a dominant finish, there's no question behind that. And I don't want to sit and just flutter around and just be a guy. I'm aiming for that gold belt. I'm aiming to write my name in the history books, to have that clean, shiny gold belt around my waist, to solidify my legacy and my family's legacy, and to take all the marbles in this game. So I am not in this to hang out. I'm in this to be the best. Lots of work over here. That's all we do, baby. The boy Dan here, Drake, Eddie, Mr. Staccato, got Coach Dale. Just wrapping up another Tuesday of a fine week. We went and did some situational drilling, situational grappling, ended it off with some sparring. Went and grabbed some good food, some pho. Checked out Fowler's Gun Room in Orange, and now we're here in the garage, man, where all the magic happens. And yeah, we had a great day of boxing. A lot of mitts, a lot of bag work, footwork, and shadow box, all that good stuff. And strength and conditioning to cap off, little jump rope. I'm ready to hit my run, finalize this Tuesday, go home, relax, see my family, and that's it. We'll call it a wraps. Wake up early, hit a run, get a workout or two tomorrow, continue on until July 11th in Vegas, when I go against Farid Basharat and I get that number 15 right next to my name. Let's go.